Hello, hello, and a great and glorious day to you. It's a wonderful day. Got a little bit of rain outside, but boy, I'll tell you what, I love the way it greens things up. My name is Jeffrey, and I'm here today to talk about a few things. This is the second part of a two-part series entitled Something Beautiful is About to Happen. And this particular one, the second one, is all about the founders, the funding structure, and the soft launch that we're going to be experiencing here pretty quickly. So, right off the bat, founders are members that join before ONPASSIVE is going to be open to the public. Okay, they're pre-launch members. Those that join prior to the start of the soft launch are referred to as early bird or primary founders. These founders represent original leaders that caught the ONPASSIVE vision early on and worked hard to grow the community. So, if you join before the soft launch, you're a primary or early bird founder. If you join after the soft launch starts, you're a secondary founder. But founders are founders regardless of when they join, and they have status and they have benefits. So let's talk about how we become one and why we want to be one. Okay, becoming one is easy. You simply buy the spot. Now, for primary founders, they acquire their position for $97 US dollars by joining GoFounders before the soft launch gets started. They're placed in the top tier of the ONPASSIVE funding structure. Secondary founders acquire their position for the increased price of $149 by joining GoFounders after the soft launch begins. During the soft launch, ONPASSIVE is going to place secondary founders in the primary founders' teams as a result of the marketing. So, a major benefit to all founders is having their teams populated with more founders before the launch. So, founders have the benefit of that position, and the most obvious is being placed ahead of all the other members in the company. This means that the primary founders are placed ahead of all other members, including secondary founders. The secondary founders are placed ahead of all other members that join after ONPASSIVE opens to the public. And all founders are members of GoFounders. They have access rights to the GoFounders platform and receive customer sales from ONPASSIVE's pre-launch and or post-launch marketing campaigns. When people join after the public opening, they also become members. So you might ask, what is a member? Well, a member is anyone that joins ONPASSIVE. Pre-launch members are founders. Post-launch members are either a customer or a reseller or both. A customer pays a fee to use ONPASSIVE's products for automating a business, etc. A reseller pays a fee to be able to resell ONPASSIVE's products to others for use with automating a business, etc. These post-launch members will be placed in teams of primary and secondary founders. And as indicated earlier, a member can be a customer and a reseller if they join after the public opening, but they are not and cannot be founders. So, having gotten that out of the way, ONPASSIVE is primarily an information technology, artificial intelligence company, and it's registered that way. It's a total internet solution with an entire suite of whole departments and singular products, comprehensively known as a smart business solution, and we call that the SBS. And it has proprietary product development technologies that all run artificial intelligence, conventional technologies, and it has a whole lot of heart. The GoFounders community and the GoFounders platform is just one department within ONPASSIVE. But to make it all work, there has to be a funding structure. So before I get too started on that, let me put a disclaimer out here, okay? Because other than getting it, ONPASSIVE is making no guarantees concerning traffic or income. However, ONPASSIVE does guarantee to generate account holder success, and that's gauged by income. So, if for any reason you feel it doesn't meet that expectation, simply fill out a form to get your money back. Now, having said that, ONPASSIVE has chosen to share its revenue with resellers, which includes founders, as compensation for ongoing work done to build the company's subscription base and in keeping with agreements which were made prior to the launch. The compensation provided on an account is residual for life as based on the funding structure as long as the account is alive or active. Obviously, inactive accounts will no longer be paid. They include accounts that aren't current regarding monthly payments and accounts that have been suspended or deleted. Nonetheless, ONPASSIVE's business and funding structure is revolutionary. It's radical and heretofore unheard of. It's also been created to ensure success and prosperity for its members and longevity with profitability for the company. And it's going to do that predictably. It's a financial structure that is global, residual, affordable, automated, scalable, and pays on every transaction. It doesn't have any withdrawal fees. It's got unlimited earnings potential and instant access to those payments in real time with no prior approval required to get them. So how exactly do we generate revenue? Well, in the past, ONPASSIVE's funding structure has been explained as being the result of subscription fees received from its members to generate revenue. These are generally shown going from left to right on a spreadsheet. There are also levels showing specific numbers of members, and these are generally shown going from top to bottom on the spreadsheet. So, as long as we know that what I'm sharing here is not a real picture of ONPASSIVE's funding structure, that my example simply provides a somewhat static picture of how ONPASSIVE generates profits, we can use it. While specifics in the funding structure are proprietary, the real reason for its non-disclosure is to maintain confidentiality. And even though it's not the most accurate, we could use this analogy, right, the subscription analogy, to give a glimpse of how the funding structure really works. In actuality, there's simply no way to fully or accurately convey the funding structure or how it is. So I'm going to use this subscription and level-based analogy with one qualifier. The real funding structure behind it is far more revolutionary and lucrative. Okay? But if you like this analogy, you are absolutely going to love what the funding structure actually turns out to be and what it produces. So the disclaimer is this. These are not the actual components or figures of the ONPASSIVE funding structure. They're designed to give us an idea of what is possible. Earnings are going to vary, and income amounts as presented here aren't intended to serve as a guarantee of income. So let's take a look at the subscriptions we're going to be using to see how ONPASSIVE generates income. To start with, we need to know that everybody, all members, founders, buyers, resellers, everybody, including those mentioned a little bit from now that are anticipated from organizational memberships post-launch, start in the free 7-day trial. The trial period is for the account holder to take a look around and sort of test drive everything that's available, in a manner of speaking. And for the sake of simplicity, let's assume that everything's going to be made available through 4 subscription levels with monthly subscription costs of $25, $125, $250, and $500 US. During this free period, the account holder is going to see positions being filled and commissions are going to accrue, but they won't be able to access them yet. At any time during the free period, the account holder has an option to move into the first subscription by paying a one-time out-of-pocket cost of $25 to activate that subscription. This is the only expected out-of-pocket cost associated with subscriptions, by the way. However, because the trial period will generate more than the $25 needed to move into the first subscription, it means the account holder is going to recover that cost immediately and go into the first subscription at a profit. Accordingly, the first subscription will generate more than enough money to advance to the second subscription, and that theme is repeated throughout the 4 subscriptions. As we move through the subscriptions, they will remain active. For instance, when the $125 for the second subscription has been paid, both the first and second are active at a total cost of $150, and the account holder will be paid through sales from members in the first and second subscriptions. So, if you're asking how much are you going to be paid, well, that's going to depend on how many members are in that and subsequent member levels. The account holder is always paid through the highest active subscription and the previous ones. Advancement can be done by purchasing the next subscription or automatically by allowing ONPASSIVE to make payments from commissions. The only requirement for advancement to the next higher subscription is its payment. Additionally, there are other mechanisms like bonuses, etc., that are built into the funding structure that cannot be discussed here. If, for some reason, the account holder doesn't move into the first subscription, the free trial commissions and team members are forfeited, and the account holder is placed in another 7-day trial. In this way, the account holder will continue to cycle through free trials either for a year or until they pay the $25 to go into the first subscription. If you lose track or you forget about it, you're going to be booted out at the end of a year, so make sure you keep track. To make it really easy to understand, ONPASSIVE generates revenue through monthly subscriptions ranging from $25 to $500 a month received from each and every member as dictated by the subscription the member is in. ONPASSIVE shares its revenue from subscriptions purchased by these customers or by our members as compensation with founders and resellers as income that is residual for life. To see how account holders are paid, we got to look at the number of members in an account holder's team. And to do this, we have to look at the pay levels. And there are a lot of them, so each level can hold 3 times as many members as the level before it. The first level holds 3 members. I'll outline the numbers for 3 levels here. An account holder with 1 member in pay level 1, subscription 1, earns a commission of $2 a month. If that same member activates the second subscription, the account holder is paid another $10. And because commissions are paid for each active level, the account holder earns $12 per month for having a single member at pay level 1, subscription level 2. Activating subscription level 3 earns another $10 commission, while activating number 4 earns another $20 commission. This means the account holder with 1 member that activates all 4 subscriptions would earn $42 in a single month. Since the level 1 holds 3 members, a full level with all members in subscription 4 means the account holder would now earn $126 a month. The second pay level can hold 9 members. The subscriptions for level 2 pay $3, $15, $25, and $30. So, for a full level 2 with members all in, the account holder will earn $657 per month. When you add the $126 from a full level 1, it now has the account holder earning $783 a month. The third pay level can hold 27 members. The subscriptions for level 3 pay $2, $7, $10, and $15. So, with a full level 3 with all members in, the account holder is going to earn $918 a month. Adding the $783 from full levels 1 and 2 of the all-in people, the account holder is going to earn a total of $1,701 per month. The numbers on each level are going to vary, but the math works the same on all the levels, and the deeper we go, the more we earn. This example, again, is for illustration only. Okay, so let's move on to a little bit of traffic, okay? ONPASSIVE has created the best marketing and traffic generating cycles ever seen in the online space. That is certainly my opinion, and if you listen to founder Mike Ellis, I think he would probably agree. In one low-level test run to see how long it would take to capture 1 million opt-ins, it took ONPASSIVE 3 days. Now think about that for a minute. Let that sink in. Then consider that ONPASSIVE has several campaigns ready to roll out at the push of a button that is scheduled to last for a full year. And I don't mean just email. I mean ONPASSIVE is going to blanket the entire globe with digital or analog media blitz such as the world has never seen. If there's a billboard, we're going to be on it. And if it can get a signal, we're going to reach it. In this way, ONPASSIVE is going to provide targeted traffic for all member markets. And this will be done through marketing paid for through the subscriptions. Sales or team building traffic for founders are going to be the result of the super campaigns with its sources and methods to be completely transparent and housed in the back office of GoFounders. The targeted traffic provided by ONPASSIVE is going to be obtained through multiple sources, and those sources include in-house, organic, and paid. But no matter what its origin, it's paid for by ONPASSIVE for the benefits of our members. ONPASSIVE has created technologies 100% from scratch, and it doesn't use any secondhand material or third-party vendors. For digital products from scratch, that means we wrote the code, okay? But the AI technology running beneath the experience, so to speak, is not a retail product and is not for sale. Rather, it's part of the structure and is part of the process of the products. ONPASSIVE's AI technology, kind of like the nervous system in our body, supports every component of ONPASSIVE, and it serves to communicate to and through all that is ONPASSIVE. To clarify this, ONPASSIVE uses AI for developing and running its own products and services, which are its own less costly, superior versions of every tool used online for marketing, education, communication, business, and more. We developed the base, the platform, if you will, once with automation so it works for everybody, and then it duplicates itself. Sure, there are some concepts that are running through the system that use traditional programming techniques used with automation technology, but some of the parts of the business can only be done with AI. In other words, we have to use AI to accomplish the miracle of what we do. We're not creating AI, but we are using it to create our solution. It's a big part of what makes ONPASSIVE radically unique, advanced, and superior, because parts of the system, like the geographic transitions, support, website visitor traffic, and many other areas, they require that the work be done with AI. But you and me, we don't have to think about that stuff or anything else running behind the scenes, because it's a smart, scalable system that's done for you. It's been developed using brand new tech, and by design, it'll provide you with a lot of money and time to spend it as benefits for being on board. So, freedom is the compensation, time and money are the benefits, but if you're not a buyer or reseller with ONPASSIVE, you will never have access to anything in our system. Now, the GoFounders platform is a standalone utility that was launched in 2018. Considered the top tier of ONPASSIVE's member-based leadership, all founders are members of GoFounders and use the platform to market, to stay in touch, and invite other people to join. Following the introduction of GoFounders, conceptual and practical development of core AI technologies were introduced. A host of digital products were developed, and some pretty radical ideas for breakthrough technologies were brought into play. The vast majority of these have been developed since, and there are still some more in the works. As for the vision of ONPASSIVE, it continued to grow in clarity, and our momentum took on a whole new aspect as well. The continual development of its online marketing tools and services coalesced into a first-ever smart business solution that we mentioned earlier. The SBS came to encapsulate an entire suite of dozens of products housed in a freshly formed digital ecosystem that's made up of new and proprietary technologies. They include AI, artificial intelligence. We use it in automation, and its digital framework. We use conventional technologies that are used in developing the digital tools, services, and support features, and a whole lot of hearts also combined into this thing. These make up ONPASSIVE's massive first-ever total internet solution, the TIS. It's a system to provide members everything possibly needed for online business, education, or communication. It houses all the products and services created from the ground up by teams of developers. If a member has no business, ONPASSIVE can allow reseller status to create a new business using ONPASSIVE's product suite. And these products are not only available at the lowest fair market price on the globe, they're all under one roof and superior to anything else out there. You really can't imagine the grand scale of these tools that are resident in the digital platform either in number or complexity. It is mind-blowing. Furthermore, they all work in concert to produce value that's unmatched elsewhere, yet perpetually generated by ONPASSIVE. In any case, ONPASSIVE serves to create success for everybody and anybody, and it seeks to brand the customer, not itself. Okay, it doesn't seek to brand ONPASSIVE. In this way, we can guarantee success through a never-before-seen, different, and unique system without the need for recruiting or selling by the member. In short, it kind of works like this. Under the TIS umbrella, ONPASSIVE's technology drives the development and automation of its tools and services. The tools and the traffic provide growth through subscriptions that fund operations and create profit for ONPASSIVE, and a portion of these profits provide residual income for our resellers. Of the many tools contained in the TIS, 80% or more are complete. As of September 2020, ONPASSIVE has 2 offices in India. There's one in Bangalore that's already fully staffed, and there's another in Viridad that's expected to be fully staffed by the end of the month. By December of this year, we're expecting that the new employees will all be trained, and ONPASSIVE's 50 departments are all going to be operational. Currently, all the tools are being integrated, and the launch is scheduled for 2020. And what a remarkable launch this is going to be. During the next few weeks, you're going to hear a lot about something called the soft launch. It has also been called beta testing, the beta campaign, and even the sprint campaign. The soft launch, though, is a tool for ONPASSIVE that's going to allow testing the digital infrastructure of the marketing and money flow components of the ONPASSIVE digital platform. The money flow testing is going to provide validation of the system viability, and it's going to result in bonuses going out to members so that they can be tracking the money flow. Testing the market software is also going to validate the automated marketing platform, and its success is going to bring in many more members into GoFounders. Considering the size and scope of what we're doing, ONPASSIVE is going to impact the entire world. It's inevitable. This is because the demand for what we offer is much greater than what most people think it is. Already, we've communicated with companies that are wanting to offer their memberships, which represent millions, the opportunity to gather under the umbrella of ONPASSIVE's TIS because the products have applications far beyond any simple internet marketing. They're relevant for government, industry, education, healthcare, communications, and even technology, duh. But equally impressive, strategies to drive the global successes won't just disappear at launch. Things are already in place to ensure massive growth and profitability into the next generation. ONPASSIVE's anticipated already events that occur early in the line of a new business, in the life of a new business. As a preemptive response to these events, it's already created additional products and services and even inventions that are going to be deployed methodically in the timeline as planned milestones and layered as multiple post-launch phases. Yeah, this is a done deal. Success is a foregone conclusion. Okay, there's a significant difference between a founder and a non-founder member. And to be crystal clear, founders' positions are not going to be offered for at least 3 years after ONPASSIVE opens to the public at any price. I hope you got that, because if you lose this chance, it is not coming back around anytime real soon, and when it does, if it does, it's going to cost you a lot more. So, why exactly should you become a founder? Well, in the word, success. More specifically, money. Founders are going to earn a whole lot more, exponentially more, than post-launch customers or resellers. They're going to earn more simply because they have teams. Primary and secondary founders are going to earn commissions from sales through the secondary founders placed in their teams during pre-launch. Furthermore, ONPASSIVE is going to place members in all of the founders' teams through the super campaigns that are going to run after we open to the public. Okay? Now, there are currently several of these massive campaigns scheduled to take place immediately following the launch. So, I talked about those earlier. Remember, they're going to last for a year. You can just imagine how many millions and millions of people they're going to bring in. They're expected to bring them in by the billions, perhaps. That is a massive benefit to the founders. So that's a big reason why you want to get in. But if you wait until ONPASSIVE opens to the public before joining, well, you've just lost the mother of all opportunity. Please, listen to me here for a second. Science alone tells us ONPASSIVE could be one of the biggest companies in the world. Our target market is anyone that uses the internet for any reason. 4.5 billion people. So I don't mean the biggest internet company. I mean the biggest company in the world, period. This is simply because everybody that turns on a PC or a mobile device is going to have some reason to connect with us for help with their business or their job or their school or their family or their life. Because it's not about just working. It's about living. It's not about making a living. It's about living. ONPASSIVE is in a league of its own and preparing to launch as an internet-dominating tech giant whose AI with heart is going to support an innovative age of faster, more powerful online systems and fuel massive global success to the masses. ONPASSIVE represents the leading edge of technological change that's going to disrupt the online marketing space through the global economic changes that are about to happen through an online paradigm shift. All right? Hey, earlier this year, Mr. Mufareh, our CEO, said this, and I quote, "ONPASSIVE is a disruptor in every true sense of the word. What we have accomplished and are completing is historical. We're not messing around. We're creating history. We're creating a value that will make you successful beyond your imagination like never before," unquote. I want to leave you with that thought, and I thank you so much for listening. I hope you do get in it to win it by securing your future with ONPASSIVE as a founder. This is as risk-free as you're ever going to get, so be the entrepreneur. Right now, it's $97 to join, but I fully expect that price to be gone by the end of the month. It's going to be more, okay? Purchase a spot for you, maybe even for somebody in your family. I know I did. If someone invited you here or sent you here, please get back with that founder. Join them. Join that team. If not, I would love to have you on my team. So just click any link in the description box below, snag a spot, spin your world up, and live large. What you start here will finish as a cash cow legacy for you and your family and all those that you help to join. You will be the hero. And I hope to meet you in the back office or even meet you at our first gala. But until then, I wish blessing and blessing upon you and upon your family.